shit hit so hard. You don't even know with a little Blonsky. Watch Deadmeat or something. You know, you might be onto something, nigga. You might be onto something. I done seen it damn near every Deadmeat video, but I might have Mr. Nightmare. Let me see what Mr. Nightmare got, and then if I don't like what Mr. Nightmare got, we can watch Deadmeat. Oh, okay. Hey, we gotta watch this. So 3 really true horror stories about arcades. We got to. Oh shit. Oh, let me get the lights.
This is one of those stories from my childhood that still just gives me the chills thinking back to it even today.
Yeah, I'll put on Deadmeat after this too.
And my family was on vacation to some family resort in Catskill, New York. It was kind of in the
middle.
Where
the fuck is that at?
Well, there were a decent amount of other families at the resort.
Let me put on subtitles for y'all.
Kids. I remember the resort being surrounded by forest in all directions, but the actual resort was fairly large. I was 8 years old. I was an awkward, shy kid for most of my childhood. I would follow the lead of my older brothers usually whenever in social settings. I'm the 3rd child of 4. I have 3 brothers.
Oh, mama was busy, huh?
Older brothers Eric
Let me
and Josh
stop.
were mostly hanging
I'm in the
out
library and feel
themselves. They're
uncomfortable.
closer in age than I am with them.
That boy's scared.
My little brother Craig was only 4, so he was constantly with my parents. When we weren't all together.
Holy shit, this room looks so familiar, bro. Why does this look familiar like I've been somewhere like this in my life?
Inside the activity hall building. My parents assumed I was with my older brothers at one point, but I was actually alone just exploring the resort grounds.
Oh shit.
I walked around the big cement pathway that looped around the entire resort.
They left him alone? How old was he?
Playing bocce ball, croquet, and other sports. I was partially looking for my brothers or just anything I could do by myself. I started exploring the inside of the activity hall building, and I found the arcade my dad was telling us about.
Fuck.
It was actually a pretty impressively sized arcade.
I mean, you don't expect nothing to...
pinball machines and all the standard
okay, bro. What the hell? Bro. Oh my god. Bro, this arcade looks really uncomfortable, but nostalgic at the same time. I will definitely go in here and play the game, but I'd definitely be like, this shit got a definitely crazy vibe to it. Nigga, my ghost meter be fucking going off.
So
I'll be like, nigga,
I wanted to play. And I noticed in one corner of the room, the store with
be like really phasmophobia in this bitch.
Glass window in the middle. It was like a special kind of glass that was hard to see through. I thought I could see something through the glass. So I walked a little closer to the door to look through it better. And I saw this humanoid figure standing there, staring through the window.
Fuck no, bro. That shit just gave me goosebumps.
I could barely see the face of it through the weird glass, but it kind of looked like a Halloween prop. It was Halloween season.
Should I damn?
So that's what I assumed it was. A decoration meant to scare the kids. I walked away to find a game and ended up playing the Simpsons arcade game. The arcade machine was in the line of sight of that door though, and I couldn't help but keep looking over to it every few seconds.
Oh, that would fuck me up, bro. That would fuck me up.
If it was a decoration, it was doing its job and creeping me out. After I lost the game, I just had to go back over to the door and look through the glass again.
No, oh my god.
Oh my god. I saw the blurred face of the figure standing there. It was a man.
His voice is what makes it just scary. The
expression on the face suddenly changed to a smile, and I gasped in horror. It was a real person. I ran halfway out of the arcade, then stopped and turned around. The blurred figure on the other side of the door was gone. I slowly walked back to the door and opened it. I was brought into this dark hallway. It just had this liminal, unexplainable feeling inside of me.
Fuck no, yo, welcome to the back rooms.
But it got so dark, mere feet away from the door, that for all I knew, there could have been someone hiding further down the hall. I went back through the arcade to where I came in from, and went straight back to our room. And
got the Tim Burton vibe, yeah. He got a vibe. This boy's got a vibe to it for sure.
That night, when we all had dinner together in the dining hall, something disturbing happened. I noticed a man sitting alone at one of the nearby tables. He was facing me and looking at me. He had a plate of food in front of him, but I don't remember seeing him eating. When he saw me look back at him, he smiled. Immediately, I thought back to the man I saw on the other side of the
Fuck
door.
no.
Even through that
Fuck
blurry
no,
glance,
nigga. I'm telling my
like the
mama
face and
immediately,
smile
nigga. I'm
matched.
telling my mama immediately,
Quietly told my
nigga. No,
parents
you got
about the
me
man,
fucked
scared.
up.
I
Oh,
looked
okay.
back at the man,
There we go.
caused him to stop looking over. My dad told me to just not look in that man's direction.
Hell no, boy.
Soon the man got
Hell
up and
no.
left, and he took one last look at me before he did. I tried my best to look away and pretend not to notice.
Hey, I don't want to
was
see
the
this
last time
nigga
I saw that
face.
man
I don't
on
want
the
to see.
street.
I don't want to see.
I look back on it and feel like he was most
I don't want to see
likely a
this
predator.
nigga face.
The way he just stood there, still as a
Oh my
statue,
God.
watching me for so long. And then that creepy smile. If I'm right, I hope no children ever fell victim to him.
Fuck, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, bro, we gotta talk about that one. Like, bro, what are you doing in that situation? Like, in that situation, you just see like another figure standing on the opposite side of the mirror, bro. Like, what do you do in that situation? I feel like me, I'm a jump, bro, and I'm not looking back. I'm not playing that fucking arcade. I'm leaving. Like, I would get pretty curious. I'm not gonna lie, cause like my curiosity would get the best out of me, but he bold for if it's shit still standing
I
there.
once dealt with a very bad stalker situation as
He's
a male when I was
bold.
23. I had met this girl, Alyssa, who was 19. I actually slid in her
Stalker
DMs on
girl,
Instagram
shit.
and went from there. I was surprised she answered me because she had a lot of followers. We hung out only a few times, but she seemed extremely
I don't hear
skinny
about
very
these.
quickly, which was a major turnoff.
I've
for
never
me.
heard about one in real
I
life.
started hanging out with other girls, and as I would get new followers, Alyssa actually texted me angrily about it, as if we were dating. She got
Ah,
mad at me
shit.
for allegedly ignoring her texts, yet my follower count was going up from new girls. It was pretty comical at first. I didn't really let it bother me. I started talking to this
Hey,
girl
that's
more.
where you fucked up. You was
On our
laughing at
second
her
date,
ass,
we
nigga.
decided to go to Dave & Buster's. We drank a little before we went, so when we got there, we already kind of had a buzz going. We were playing the Basketball Connect 4 game. That's when my phone kept going off in my pocket. After the timer on the game ended, I checked my phone, and I got 3 texts from a random number and a picture. The picture was of Meg and I in front of the basketball game. The text said,
What
"No
the
way, I'm
hell?
Busters too." When I went to text
Ah,
back, I saw the
hell
text didn't
no.
come from another iPhone, so it most likely meant it was taken
Hell
from some
no,
burner
boy.
number app. I looked in the direction from where the picture was taken. My first assumption was that it
Hey,
was going to be Alyssa.
me and Shotty gonna have to
She wasn't there.
scrap, bruh.
Just a few other groups.
I'm
of
gonna have to
people
get
playing
the
different
Shotty that I'm
games.
with the scrap
I
with
replied,
me.
"Who
Oh
is
my
this?"
lord.
But there was no response. I showed Meg the text and picture, and she agreed it had to be a friend messing with me.
Nah,
We went to a
nigga.
different game. And it
Go with
happened
your first
again.
mind.
A few minutes into playing this new game, I got a picture texted to me with both of our backs turned to the person taking the picture, and they were maybe like 50 feet away from us when it was taken. It looked blurry though, like it was zoomed in. This time they sent a text saying, "My favorite game. Can you beat my high score? LOL." I told Meg to wait there.
Yeah,
as I
this
walked to
nigga
the
playing
area where
with
the
you.
picture was taken
She's
from.
playing with you, my nigga.
All around the immediate area.
Her ass said
I
raw
expected to see
XD.
Alyssa,
She
but
basically
honestly,
said
anyone I knew.
saying raw
It was just a
XD.
bunch of strangers. Some random lone guy playing some ticket
Oh
jackpot
my
game.
gosh.
A group of teenagers playing skee-ball. It was a normal scene. I replied to the text again, asking, "Who is this?" Then I texted a few of my close friends a screenshot of the pictures, of course asking if it were any of them first. I believed them when they said it wasn't. It could have been anyone, but I did not.
Alright, this one not scary. This just
The person
goddamn
responded to my
just
text.
ridiculous
What
and
do you think
sad.
of it?
Like, man, what is you stalking my
Said maybe
mans
we should
for?
go to Meg.
Like, he ain't even drop off no meat or nothing. You just want this nigga. You just obsessed with this nigga, huh?
I didn't respond. We went to a nearby bar to continue our date, and after that, Meg actually came home with me. Meg and I were in my room when I got a text again. It was from the
Bruh.
same number, another text and picture. The text said, "What a lovely house, come outside," and the picture was of my house.
Hey, fool.
Now
I ain't
this
gonna
was a
lie.
direct
That picture
threat.
of this
This was
nigga
not a
house
joke
creepy.
anymore. I wasn't sure.
Bro, with the fucking trees or whatever that was, the static was moving at the time. That shit kind of, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It gave me a little goosebumps. And it did not help that the fan going off in my room, bro. And it's like, it's sending a shiver down my spine and shit. It's like,
Whoever it was
oh,
still outside my house or not.
jinkies.
Until I heard a window.
It's
break
making this
from
shit scarier
downstairs.
than it is.
I grabbed my Glock
Oh,
19
damn.
from my nightstand.
Hell
and
yeah,
charged
grab that
downstairs and
Glock.
out the front door.
Oh my
I saw
god,
a
he
big
not
guy in
playing
front
with
of the
him.
house with a big metal baseball bat in his hand. He was acting tough until he saw my gun.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
dropped the bat and
He
put his
not
hands
bulletproof,
up.
nigga.
I yelled to Meg inside to call 911 as I had my gun pointed at the man. I recognized him to be one of the lone men at Dave & Buster's playing some ticket jackpot game, which now that I think about it, he was probably just pretending
Buddy
to be
Rich with a
playing.
2-story house.
I
Word.
asked him who he was and why he was following me. He immediately said that he was Alyssa's brother, and that basically he was trying to stick up for his sister. I yelled at him that there was nothing to stick up
That's
for.
what I'm
All I
saying.
did
There's
was
nothing to
stop
stick
answering
up
her.
for.
He claimed that Alyssa told
Like,
him
your
that I hit
sister's
her.
fucking
I
nuts. She
screamed
lied
at
to
him
you,
that
my
was
nigga.
complete bullshit. I only hung out with her a few times
Yup.
and lost interest. I even went as far as to call them both batshit crazy. And he responded saying, please don't call the cops. But Meg did.
Man,
Showed up.
yeah,
It was
bruh.
easy arrest
I ain't
for
gonna
the
lie.
police.
Nigga
He
like
also
me
sent
ain't
a
gonna.
video of the
I ain't
ordeal
gonna lie.
to
Nigga like me ain't
It
gonna
was the
call the
sweetest
cops,
form of
but
revenge imaginable.
I'ma handle that
She
shit.
didn't even
But
reply to
they
it,
did
but I know
good. They
she
did
saw it.
good.
Needless to say, Alyssa's psychotic brother paid for the window, and neither of them have dared to bother me again.
What J. Cole say? I came fast like one name in the neighborhoods.
When I was a young kid, arcades were a lot
As
more
long as I
mainstream in
said
society.
nothing.
Before everyone had smartphones and
Yeah,
crazy
that's
advanced
why I
video
wouldn't call
games
the
at home,
cops, because they wouldn't even
the
come
arcade
fast
was one of the
anyway,
most
bro.
fun things you could do as
Holy
a child.
fuck.
There was this arcade right by my school that my friends
Shit,
and I would often
man.
go to after school or on the weekends.
I sounded so fucking
One day I
stupid.
went
Nobody
there with my
clicked that
friend
shit.
Connor right after school.
Nobody.
It was kind of quiet there today because it was a stormy day and most kids probably just ran home or got picked up by their parents.
Oh yeah, he
Besides
trying
a
hard to
few
make
other
this one
kids, we had the
creepy.
place
This
to
aesthetic.
ourselves. The usual
I'll
age
be
range of the
honest,
people
I'll be
there was like
honest.
10 to upper teens. Connor and I were playing Street Fighter together when this
Yeah.
other guy started watching us play. Looking back now, I'd
Catch
say
me
he
on the
was around
sticks.
35, which to us when we were 10 seemed super old. Connor and I
Nigga,
looked at each
35
other
is
and
old. You
because
damn
we
near
both
dead.
noticed it, and it was kind of awkward. The man started commenting on the gameplay, like cheering us on and having remarks
Fossils.
on basically any hits we landed on each other. At first, we laughed, I guess to be polite, thinking he was trying to be funny, but at a certain point, it just got weird.
Yeah, that's how it be. You can't laugh.
Watched us play the entire
Hey,
match.
let me tell you something. If a nigga wearing you out, do not laugh at that nigga. Do not make that nigga feel like he funny. Make him feel like he the weirdest nigga on earth. If a nigga give you weird vibes, make that nigga feel weird. Only if you're out in public. Don't do this shit alone because the weird nigga will get weirder and it will turn weirder. Wise words
Had
from
we not been
Twox.
there, we would have played another, but we decided to migrate to something else just to try to get away
I
from
want the
him.
Spider-Man plushie
As
back
we
there,
went over to
goddamn
the
it. I
air
see
hockey
Mario
tables,
too.
The guy was following us and started talking.
Oh, look at Shadow back there. I didn't even see his
I
ass.
don't remember the name he gave. He offered to
supposed to
pay
be
for our
paying
game of
attention.
air hockey. We were 10 and we viewed our quarters as gold, so we accepted the guy's offer. Even at 10, we could tell he gave off some kind of antisocial tendencies. He did
Ooh, y'all, if y'all are watching this with headphones on, bro, it sounds really crazy because there's like some background noise in the ear, and bro, it's sounding really crazy right now. And it's making this shit actually scary. I'm not gonna lie. Watch this shit with headphones.
seemed completely normal.
What the
Of course,
hell?
he watched our game of air hockey too and kept commenting on the game as if he were a professional commentator for some sporting event. But it went from annoying to downright creepy when he started making physical contact. It started when I scored a point on Connor.
Fuck
and I,
no.
congratulated him
Don't
and put
touch
his
me,
hand on my
nigga.
shoulder.
Ugh.
The hand
Don't
stayed there
touch
for a
me, you
few
wrinkly
seconds,
bastard,
actually.
nigga. Like if you look like
Outside, I was
if you look like
smiling.
my
Inside, I wanted to tell him to get lost.
I know he 35, but my nigga, if you look like my nutsack and you touching my shoulder, I don't want no
I saw it in
problems with
Connor's
you.
face,
Like
too.
get away from me.
Anytime one of us scored, he would go over to us and pat us on the back or shake our shoulders. The guy was
Herbert the
incredibly
pervert.
weird. Because of it, we decided to cut the arcade trip short. We told the guy we were going to head home. He then replied saying we'd be crazy to walk in the rain and offered us a ride home.
Hell
We didn't
nah.
have cell phones back then, and as kids, we were a lot more independent. So we fully well planned to run home in the rain.
Hell yeah. Take your ass home, boy.
Close, so we'll be
Run
alright.
fast as you
That
can,
was
young
our
nigga.
mistake, not lying and saying we had a ride. We left outside
Yeah.
this morning and started to run towards my house. Connor was going to come over to hang out. As we were running home, A red car started creeping up from behind
Bruh,
us.
like,
And trying to hide the fact that they were following us. We looked back at it and could see the man from the arcade behind the wheel. He pulled closer and yelled out the window, telling us to get in. We ignored
like,
him.
what are you
He persisted,
doing?
saying, "We're getting soaked, get in the car." I yelled back, "We're good," and we continued to run. We were getting closer to my house. The man suddenly gave the car some gas and sped ahead of us, then pulled over next to the curb where we were about to pass. Connor and I stopped, and I said, "Cross the street." We did, to avoid the man possibly jumping out of his car to grab us. This ordeal made us run even faster to my house. My house was now in sight, and the red car was still behind us.
Shit.
We made it to my front porch, and I rang the bell at least 10 times until my mom answered the door. We pointed to the red
Ooh,
car.
boy, I be doing the
All
same
the
shit,
way
but I
down
already
the
that been about 20 times.
told her about the man
10
who was
times too,
following us
baby.
from the arcade, and she was mad that we led him right back to the house instead of ringing one of the neighbors' doorbells. And she was right to say that, because the next day when I was leaving to walk to school, I saw that red car parked a few houses down on the opposite side of the street right away. I went inside to tell my parents. And while
I
my mom
mean,
called
bro,
the
but in
police,
that situation, you're not even thinking about something like that. I get where she's coming from,
Dad
mom,
stepped
but like,
outside
come
and
on.
started angrily
That's
walking
not
over
something
the
to
car.
say in the fucking
My
moment.
dad was halfway towards the car, turned on, and sped down the street
But I
to
get
never
it.
be seen by us.
Yeah, bro. Fuck off,
I had to speak to the
weirdo.
police a little bit to describe the man and what he did at the arcade during the walk home and afterwards.
Holy
Sadly, my
shit.
dad did not catch the license plate, but they did have the information on what kind of car it was. Still, I don't think they ever found that guy. He was clearly sick in the head. We
Hell
were not allowed back
yeah.
at that arcade by
Oh
our
my
parents.
god. Hey,
The
these
arcade
rules
owner was alerted
uncomfortable
about
as
that.
shit, bro. Hey, shout out Mr. Nightmare, bro. These videos, like,
This is an
actually, bro,
interesting topic.
I'm not gonna lie. Me being fully stoned right now at 526 streaming. That shit was actually making me uncomfortable. You said shit nasty. Yeah, shit is really nasty. Like, what are you're fucking preying on kids at an arcade? Like, bruh, I don't know, bruh. This shit is weird. Like, a kid should never have to be fearing for their fucking lives. But now, you wanna watch another one or another Deadmeat, or you wanna go to Deadmeat? We can go to Deadmeat. We can go to Deadmeat. I'm gonna download Destiny 2 tonight so we can play that shit. Yeah, so I'm gonna have something to play tomorrow. We gonna play some more Counter-Strike tomorrow too. But let me watch a few Deadmeat videos. Oh, Scream. Oh, he got a Scream 4 video. Hey, I love Scream 4, bro. Good ass movie. Good ass
Welcome
movie.
to the kill count, where we tally up the victims
Scream, the newest Scream comes out March 10th, bro. I'm definitely going to see that shit. I am definitely going to see that, bro.
and all our favorite horror movies.
I love the
I'm James
Scream
Anthony,
movie.
and today
Scream
we're
is
looking at
just
Scream
awesome.
4,
Chucky Deadmeat, I ain't seen that
2011. Growing up,
film in a while. You want to watch the Chucky one? If you want to watch, all right. If you want to watch Chucky, we watch Chucky. I got you. I'll watch this one. I'll watch that one later. Hey, have you seen the Chucky show? That shit actually cool. You said Scream goofy as shit, bruh. Scream is fire, bruh. You tripping? You are fucking tripping.
welcome to the kill count, where we tally up the victims.
I don't think I ever seen his kill counts for Chucky. Actually, I really haven't. Probably. So this is gonna be cool.
Beginning with the
Let me sit back and chill.
I first covered this series 5 years ago, back when the kill count was a
let me
much
get
simpler
comfy.
show. As I did with the Friday the 13th series, I'm going to give Chucky a quote-unquote recount, which again has nothing to do with the number of kills being counted, because that's not really what this show is about.
Got my
anymore.
popcorn,
Instead, I'm
chillaxing.
doing this to
You
take
should
a more
too.
in-depth look at one
And
of the
subscribe.
most enduring franchises
And
in
like.
all of horror. Chucky the Killer Doll is nothing short of horror royalty. Personally, I think when it comes to mainstream audiences, aka not us horror
Damn, that
fans,
shit's stale.
Chucky might be better known than Jason, Freddy, and Michael. It's debatable for sure, but almost everyone can identify Chucky by both name and appearance.
Oh wait, I
Especially
ain't
if you
seen
were
this
around
one.
when Bride
Only to
came
see
out
the
in the
Chucky and
late
the one in the
90s. It was
hospital.
freaking
Ah, okay.
everywhere.
I'm doing love
Get the one in the
scenes
hospital.
with
That's the
Jennifer
curse of Chucky, ain't it?
And you're calling me?
Yeah, I ain't seen this one
What's
either
even
though.
more impressive is how many people are scared of the little fucker. I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
The amount of people that are scared of Chucky is fucking nuts, bro. I've known people who are full blown scared of Chucky, like can't even watch the damn movies.
Anecdotally, there's not a single horror villain
That
who
shit
I
is
hear more people
wild.
say scares them. The Chucky
What?
franchise
That's
is
crazy
also
that
pretty
he just
unique
said
among
that.
the major horror properties.
That's what I'm
comes
saying
to
Chucky's
continuity,
funny
while
as
the other
hell,
slasher
bro.
bigwigs tend to have sequels
He's
that
literally
ignore
funny,
previous
bro.
installments, the Child's Play series has maintained a consistent storyline throughout all 7 of its films, and into its TV series, which premiered on Sci-Fi and USA in
TV series
2021.
pretty
I'll be
decent,
covering
bro.
season
Pretty
1 on the
decent.
kill count at the end of these recounts, just in time
Chucky
for
in my
season
dream
2
blunt
premiere on
rotation.
Wednesday, October 5th. The other awesome thing about
Hey, bro,
Chucky,
you realize that nigga will still kill you, right? Like, you not safe. Like, he will still kill you. Like, he might smoke that bit with you, but you will die.
movies is that even though the story remains unbroken,
Oh,
across
I don't
its
know my
30,
dream
40
blunt
years of
rotation. I need
existence,
that shit,
the
though. I need
movies
to think
vary
of it.
greatly in
I ain't thought
tone
about
and
it.
style, giving viewers a nice
As much as I
sampling
smoke
of the
weed,
horror
I should
genre.
really
All
think
the
about it.
sequels to some degree are horror comedies, thanks to Chucky's predilection
Yeah.
for wisecracks and one-liners.
How's it hanging, Phil?
Don't fuck with the Chuck.
Hey, kid. I'm gonna go kill your sister.
I
But
remember the
grounded
scene for the
stories of
show.
Parts 2 and 3 are way different than the meta
Lucy think he
comedies
can
of
beat
Bride and
Chucky?
Seed, which are
Oh,
different
bro.
still from the gothic.
I'm letting everybody know this right now, bro. You can't beat Chucky, bro. The only slasher nigga that can be beat is Scream, for real, bro. Scream and probably Leatherface. But even Leatherface, your ass might struggle, bro. You need a whole group to beat Leatherface. If it's just you and Leatherface, you're fucking dead. You're fucking dead. You're not outrunning that big nigga. He big and slow, but he gonna kill your ass.
Curse of Chucky.
But nah,
the
Chucky,
blinding
Chucky,
white
you not
critical
beating Chucky,
cult of
bro.
Chucky. Helming the character
Lucy,
and franchise
he-
throughout all
you
these
know what I'm
changes
saying?
has been Don Mancini, who came up with
Shout
the
out
idea
Lucy,
and
but
co-wrote
fuck
the
no.
script for the original film. Mancini would co-write
Leatherface is
or
literally
write
ret-
every
Wow,
single Chucky film
bruh.
and direct the last 3 himself.
Leatherface-
going on to create and run the TV show. He's built
He-
a loyal group of
he's a
cast
special guy,
members
but-
who have followed him through all the ups
Yeah,
and
still,
downs of
he
the
be
series.
fucking shit
It's
up.
become a family franchise. Literally, there are generations of families working together to bring us more Chucky. I think that's great. Just like I think it's great that the series is so gay. As a gay man,
Oh,
Don Mancini
wow.
was willing to make these movies inclusive even when the US was much more homophobic. In fact, Chucky is probably the most queer
Chucky the ally. Hey, this is literally true, brother. Lil, the show, the show, brother. Nigga, he's
Every
literally
legend
with
starts
it.
somewhere.
Like the nigga
Chucky's
who owns him is literally gay, bro. This shit is crazy. That I think the idea of skinning faces and wearing them is great though. Leatherface don't get enough respect. Yeah, bro, Leatherface. That shit is literally based off a true story. Like that shit happened, bro. Like it's well, okay, well the movie is obviously loosely based on a true story, but like that shit was real. Like that nigga was real on some shit, bro. And that's not even far-fetched for real, because we had niggas like fucking Dahmer, bro, who existed. Fucking Dahmer, and yes, bro, I swear. Look that shit up. We had niggas like Dahmer, we had niggas like Charles Manson eating people, bro. They got a documentary about it. They probably do, honestly. They probably do. I don't know much about like the real version of like the Texas, like, I don't know like the real version of like Leatherface. I don't know too much about it, but yeah, go do some research into that shit.
With the original
See what you
Child's
find.
Play.
I'm
Created and
interested.
Released in 1988. This
I'm
movie is
actually
a bit of
interested.
an outlier when compared to everything that would follow. It's much more serious than its sequels, just as much as psychological.
My
thriller
favorite
as it
horror
is a
villain, though,
slasher.
Jason.
Chucky
Gotta be
lies
Jason,
low.
baby. I
Half
love
the damn
Jason,
movie,
obviously,
not
as you can
twinkling,
see.
spits out a single
By my
palm.
goddamn. Obviously, we know we love Jason over here. Look, Jason X especially. Uber Jason. That's my guy.
Maybe two.
That's my
Mancini's
guy.
original script was rewritten many times.
Freddy
over.
too. I
John
got
LaFayette,
the
director
Freddy
Tom
figure right
Holland,
here.
no, not that one. Receiving co-writer
I
credits.
got
There
the
is
Freddy
so much
figure
to
right
say about the production of this film, a lot of which would have implications for the rest of the series. But I've given this episode enough of an intro. Let's once again get to the chorus.
Fucking Robert England as Freddy is the best thing
Detective
ever,
Mike
bro.
Norris tries to catch up to the Lakeshore Strangler Charles.
Hey, that new Leatherface film that came out is terrifying though. Watch it. Deadmeat made one about it. Yeah. I watched the Leatherface movie already. I already watched the new Texas Chainsaw that came out on Netflix. It was really stupid, and the kills were really good though. I'll say that, and it was a good watch. I would actually watch that shit again. It was so bad that it was good. But I think the only good Texas Chainsaw movies are 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are the best ones to me. Other ones, they don't hit like that for me. They had fucking Trey Songz in one of them. That's where you completely lost me.
Lee Ray. This is a mustard-only town, so the hot dog
Oh
detective
my
takes a
god.
shot that is
They
ready
put
to
Trey
plug.
Songz in the movie. They
So
made that
he's
nigga take
stuck
off his
gunfire,
shirt. That's
but
all I had
stopped
to see and
on,
had to
Pluto
dip
decides
out
to
that
play it
bitch.
safe and drive away, leaving Ray behind.
Help me!
At least Leatherface still gets sequels on like Jason. The scene where Buddy in the car filled with motherfuckers is yikes. Yeah, it is yikes. The fucking bus scene, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, it's really fucking stupid.
Rob Zombie's Halloweens. He was cast by director Tom Holland after playing the villain in Fatal Beauty. Holland's
Director Tom, huh?
action comedy thriller. Okay. Hoping to nab a copy
Yeah, the bus
of Fireball
hell, yeah.
Island, Ray shoots his way into
That
a
shit was
toy
so
store. Norris
stupid.
follows. Hey, while you're in there, detective, could you please pick me up a title card? His shopping complete, Norris moves on to shooting Ray and trying to get his gloves. Pewy! Ray realizes he's
I don't know why, bro. As a kid, I always thought Chucky was black. I always thought the nigga,
matter what, right?
the nigga who possessed the doll was fucking black, but I don't know why. I feel like my cousin used to tell me that shit. I used to think Chucky was black for the longest. Bro, wouldn't Chucky being fucking black be hella fitted? I can literally imagine Chucky being fucking black, bro. What the hell? She got fucked up at the end. Why that bitch got here? Bro, the ending was so funny for that movie, bro. That's why I said it's so bad that it's good, bro. That's why I said it, bro. I knew that nigga wasn't dead at the end. They made him a superhuman. Even though he's just a regular dude. Like, how he survived that shit? He just an extra strong nigga like, Michael Myers.
Gozerian clouds, and eventually, with more chanting, a full-on
with demonic energy
that sends Mike Norris back in a wire stunt and sets the store on fire all over the place. Hell yeah! I'm obsessed with practical stunts, and it's hard to beat an exploding building. I mean, they
you can't beat explosive building. Michael Bay love that shit.
Finds Charles Lee Ray dead among the wreckage. And yes, I'm counting this as a
first death is Chucky.
We all know he just played Hide the Soul. It's the 6th birthday of Andy Barclay, a good guy fanatic whose thoughts echo longtime Deadmeat fans watching this recount.
I saw this one.
The cute little breakfast monster craps his pajama pants when he sees this on the TV. No, not the terrifying giant Chucky.
Holy
but the
shit.
rollout of the latest good guy doll.
Why do I not remember that?
And I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho!
Oh, Andy, if only you could have wound
I get it, bro. The old Chucky doll was creepy as hell, bro. The new one, I ain't gonna lie, they made that nigga look like a Republican. But he still looked kinda creepy.
The whole movie rests on this 6-year-old actor, and he nails his part so intuitively. Andy's single mom, Karen Barkley, truly loves her kid, but she can't afford to give him all the horrifying dolls he wants.
You want some toys, don't you?
Yeah, or maybe
I don't know, bro. If my kid was obsessed with dolls, bro, like I wouldn't I wouldn't be mad or anything, but I'd just be fucking weirded out. I'd just be like, holy shit. I don't know if I could take all these fucking dolls in my house. I don't know if I could fucking take it, but to keep that little nigga happy, I might.
Mancini noted
That's Chucky's father, Chucky. Yeah, yeah, the one where he's all fucked up his face.
In 85. These toys, along with Trilogy of Terror, Magic,
oh my god, what was that?
Inspired him to
with the scars, yeah, with the scars. That's what I'm talking about, where y'all fucked up. Yeah. That's the most iconic look. I was just about to say that too.
He also came up with the name Charles Lee Ray, based on 3 real men who scared him: Charles Manson, Lee Harvey Oswald, and Ray Romano. James Earl Ray. It's Mancini and Kirshner who have stuck with the series over more than 30 years, which is why they sometimes joke that they're the horror genre's Broccoli's, the family who have run the James Bond franchise for decades. Of course, this first movie rules on
Get me to play James Bond, nigga.
Director Tom Holland, who had done Fright Night a few years prior. Holland extensively rewrote.
You know what? I saw Jigsaw in the back, and that got me thinking. How do you feel about Saw, bro? Because honestly, I like the first few Saw movies, but after that they get really fucking stupid, and I think people just watching them for the gore. Well, which is basically the point. I feel like Saw is the Mortal Kombat of horror movies. Like, you got your fatalities. Like, it's just known for that shit. Like, I don't know. Saw has never been just crazy good to me. Niggas love that shit though. It's just gore porn for real. I can't get jiggy with Saw. Maybe I'll give it another chance one day.
She works at the now closed Carson Peary Scott department store downtown. It's the perfect place to get good guy dolls for cheap from Dirty Man.
How do we know the damn thing isn't stolen, huh?
Steal this.
Come along, Maggie. Of course this doll is stolen.
So they ought to suck it.
Karen doesn't want to speak to her manager since he's given her an extra shift tonight.
It's my son's birthday.
Mrs. Barclay,
never really found interest in Saw. Hell yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Saw is, you know.
Thankfully, her spunky best friend Maggie.
Hellraiser's really good, though. I love Hellraiser.
who 10 years earlier was Marty
Hellraiser's
Maraschino in
underrated.
Grease. Marty was like second in command.
There's some really
of
shitty
Grease,
ones, though.
y'all. And as the Grease
Stop
fandom
being
wiki
good at
states,
3.
the prettiest, hottest,
There's just so
most
much blood
attractive,
here, yeah.
and most beautiful member. Yeah, but how'd she look though? Karen's given
As you can
just
see in the
enough time
background, I
with
love
her
Evil
for a
Dead, so that's one of my
lifetime
favorite
to her
horror
son.
franchises too. Fucking love Evil Dead. It got a lot of blood in it too, though. But it's creative though. Hellraiser's fucking amazing, but after the second one is there, I actually like the third one, bro. The third one is pretty good. Hey, bro, if you like Hellraiser, I got a movie that I think you will like. It's called Event Horizon. I just got put on to it recently. It's really good. It takes place in space and it has like Hellraiser elements. It's, bruh, that shit is really good. I really recommend that shit to you.
3 men.
If you got like Paramount Plus or something, or if you can just find that shit on a movie website, came out in like the 90s, like late 90s. It's pretty good.
Responsible for
That's one of my favorites now.
Recognizable appearance. Don Mancini described Chucky's look in his script, which
They just made a new Hellraiser though, a little remake. It was okay. It put me to sleep, but then when I watched it the next day, I still give it like a 6. It was okay.
Effects artist who had already worked on a Friday
But it wasn't bad at all though.
Nightmare films. He did Freddy's Part 2 makeup and the animatronic Freddy Snake in Dream Warriors. We'll talk more about his
Dream Warriors is so
later,
fucking
but
good,
Child's Play
bruh.
wound up being important
I
for
fucking
Hager
love
in another
Dream
way.
Warriors,
He and
bruh.
star Catherine Hicks fell in love, married 2 years later, and are still together today after.
Have you seen
32 years.
Terrifier 2? Yeah, I saw Terrifier 2, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just turn this down instead of just keep pausing it. I saw Terrifier 2, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about it, bro.
Andy
You said that's a really uncomfortable movie to watch, bro. Honestly, I thought the first one was way more uncomfortable to watch. I liked the first one more, and I thought the second one was just really gross and just stupid. I don't know. I didn't like the second one like I liked the first one. The first one was crazy because of that one scene, like if you know, like where the bit she gets sawed in, like, yes, that scene. Booty naked gets sawed in half, bro, from like private part straight up to the face, bro.
All Chuck wants to do is
I ain't seen. Oh, you ain't seen the second one yet? What? Bro. Second one is just really fucking nasty, bro. It's just nasty just to be nasty. In my opinion.
Be grateful it's just the news, Maggie.
I seen like bits. Okay.
The movie's first act is
I should have saw it in a movie, honestly. I'm just staring at people. Nah, Terrified, Art, he's actually fucking scary. I'll say that. I'm glad we got a new horror icon. We need Jason back though. They supposed to be making a new Jason series, like a TV show. I'm ready for that shit.
Chucky's dumb face never once betrays so much as a twitch or an eyelid flutter.
Chucky's so fucking cool. I'm gonna get a Chucky doll soon in a minute in here. I don't know where I'm gonna put it though.
Ran more than 2 hours long.
I'm gonna get a Chucky and Tiffany doll.
Tensions arose between Holland and the man who hired him, producer Kirshner. When filming ended, Holland left the project, and Kirshner brought in Mancini to get his input on the edit. They decided to go the route of Alien and Jaws, and cut out a half hour of Chucky footage from the movie's first half. It is incredibly rare for a movie.
What about a Glenn doll? Bro, honestly, I haven't seen a Glenn doll. That's the crazy part. I have not seen one. Do they have Glenn dolls? Actually, I gotta know this. I have not seen a Glenn doll. Glenn doll. Glenda, only fuck $650, bro. Oh my gosh, that's too much money, bro. This is literally from the movie though. This is a replica. Like, this is a 1x1 remake, like, from the movie. It looks like that shit looks good, bro. That looks really good. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Nah, I would get a Glenn doll too. I fuck with Glenn. He's funny as fuck. Who paying $650? Yeah, not me, bro. If I was balling and had bands, bro, best believe that shit would have been bought already, bro. But until that happens, it's not getting bought. $40, take it or leave it. Nah, that shit good quality, bro. That shit look like it was worth it. I seen some Chucky's dolls for like $40 though. Oh damn.
Maggie falls out of it to her death on top of a truck, leaving
that big guy
behind. Karen gets home and waves goodbye.
I got Def Jam KO.
Then runs into her apartment.
we kill fucking Crow. The end of Def Jam, she got.
Home here, huh? She
fucking
finds her kid
knocked
and
the
hugs him.
fuck out.
It's Detective Mike Norris. He has the job of delicately telling her that
I'm just saying sleepy shit. Jesus.
What?
Jeez, dude, want to sand off an edge there, maybe?
Hey, I hope y'all don't ever expect me to do a fucking 24-hour stream. I'm gonna say this now. I will never be doing that ever. The most hours I would do is fucking 8 or 10, maybe. A 10-hour stream is the most I would do, bruh. I don't think I could do 24 hours. 24 hours would be crazy.
And who would go on to be the
Never say nothing about it, I guess.
Skellington. This Humperdick suspects Maggie didn't just fall. Maybe she was pushed by a tiny being. A tiny being like Andy. Yeah, you kid, show me your shoes. Andy's feet ain't dusty like the prints on the countertop, but later, Andy notices that Chucky's chucks are. Quick, better tell the grown-ups, Andy, even if you stumble with your line.
Mommy, I know who was on the kitchen counter.
Andy.
Who, Andy?
I thought I told
Who?
Can't be snitching on your friend Chucky like that.
This cuteness should be outlawed.
But Mom,
Outlawed, I say! After sending the cops home, Karen questions her kid, but that boy's been hanging out with a bad influence.
he said that Maggie was a real bitch.
Honestly, you know who'd be a good owner for Chucky? That nigga Riley, bruh. Riley and Huey, that nigga, they'll put. I feel like they some niggas who can put Chucky in check. Like,
It's clear he was a
I really feel like they could. They can make that nigga put his murdering ways away. Probably not, but I feel like there would be a funny ass dynamic. Fucking Riley and Huey, Boondocks, fucking Chucky. I don't know why. That's so random, but that shit sound like it could work.
afraid of the Chucky doll on set because, as he'd always say, when they called cut, it would stop trying to kill him. Chucky's already isolating Andy from the people around him, which won't stay true of Karen for long, but will be an ongoing thing for the poor kid.
You're right, Chucky. She didn't believe me.
What's great is how clever Chucky is to not say anything suspicious when he knows other people are around.
Chucky that nigga, that's why. Come on now.
Good.
I like to hug.
And for that one final night, everything was okay. The next day,
See,
Andy and Chucky.
I can understand why you would say Chucky 1 is scary. That shit was kind of, you know, it was build up. It was mysterious for real.
Famed Burning Barrel District. One of my favorite parts about Child's Play is how much of Chicago we get to see. While interiors were mostly filmed on sets in Culver City in Los Angeles, production began with all the exterior shoots in Chicago in January 1988.
Oh,
True to
wow.
Chicago in January, it was a very
Bro, movie production is so damn interesting, bro. Like, it's just so cool that it's just like a, like, you know, there's a role for everybody. Like the person who picks the movie. I mean, like, oh my fucking god, the person who picks the movie, yeah, nigga. The niggas who making the movie are the people who picks the movie. Yeah, twats. Nah, but it's literally crazy. You got people who pick the music. You got people who pick like the actors. That shit is just crazy, bro. There's so much into it.
Snapshot
I love movies. I would literally want to be part of a movie one day.
City and time.
That would be
Child's
cool as
Play
hell.
shows us several different parts of late 80s Chicago, and I love it. Chucky's guided tour of the city.
Recruit some of you niggas from the chat to make a fucking film. Let's do it.
Come one, come all, rats. Your safe haven is here. While Andy's tinkling in a trash pile, Chucky holds his thumbstick down to first-person sprint across the street. Inside the house, Chucky turns on the stove and blows out the pilot light. Eddie, hearing that he's not alone, takes out his gun and slinks around the house. A laugh lures him into the kitchen,
This
where he
nigga.
fires and blows himself up along with the whole damn house. Oh my god, they did it again! They
So
blew up the whole
fucking slow,
building.
bruh.
Yes! That ain't no bootleg.
Oh
death
my
blow. Karen's called
God.
into the police station where Andy is enduring
That
evil
nigga
good guy,
is
bad guy.
slow.
He insists to the adults that Chucky's behind all of this, but the doll won't loosen his plastic lips.
Come on, Chucky, say something. Tell
What
me
would
why
your
you
serial
lied
killer
to me
name
about
be?
everything.
Man, this scene hits hard. Norris and Karen are heartbroken about
I mean,
Andy's state.
wouldn't it be my
Andy's
normal
so
name?
frustrated that his best friend is betraying him.
But since you're asking me, I don't fucking know. That's a random ass question. I never thought I would have to answer.
Andy is left with a doctor who looks like a game show host, so Karen returns home with Chucky by herself. She's not sure what to think of this doll, since her sweet little son is so
I'm trying to
insistent that
think.
he's a bad guy.
Say something, damn it!
Hi, I like to be hugged.
The Chuckster's
Mummy.
just about got
Hey.
when she finds out he's
Twax the Slasher, nah, Mummy Man, bro. That's one of my aliases, bro. Mummy Man. Mummy Man, bro. Since we the temple, I'm a mummy, bro. I'm at the top of the temple, the Mummy Man. Mummy man himself.
With the batteries out of the box,
That's me.
the cat's out of the bag.
That me.
And
I
Chucky's
copyright
being
that.
powered by nothing but jump
Snap a
scares.
game.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Karen threatens to burn Chucky in the fireplace, which finally gets him to reveal himself.
Can't burn Chucky. That nigga's literally fucking demonic. Oh god.
Did you fuck with me?
With those immortal, vulgar words, Chucky immediately establishes himself as one of the nastiest little fucks you'll ever see. Chucky scream bites Karen on the arm, and when she tosses him aside, the doll gets right back up and skedaddles. She's unable to keep up with the elevator he takes down, so by the time she gets out to the street, she's lost him.
Bruh.
Chucky's voiced by Brad Dourif, but that wasn't always going to be the
Bruh, that
case.
scene is
I'm not
hilarious when he starts going
100%
ape shit.
but I
Yes,
think he was
bruh.
initially hired
He
to
started
be
saying
Charles Lee
fuck
Ray.
it,
It's
bruh. He
confusing
started
because
getting
he
on their
definitely
ass,
did
bro.
rehearsals as Chucky, even physically acting like the doll.
You stupid bitch. You filthy slut.
Still, an early cut of the movie had Chucky voiced by the incredible, amazing late Jessica Walter,
Really?
who would wind up using her voice talents in Archer.
You little ow had me worried sick.
Really?
Stop it.
However, the Jessica Walter version did poorly at test screenings.
You stupid
really
bitch.
funny because Chucky sounds gay.
Dourif came back in and used his worm tongue
Oh,
to re-record
shit.
all of Chucky's lines, using a voice that sounds like a caricature of his One Flew co-star
Oh,
Jack
my
Nicholson.
fucking
As for the
God.
good guy doll's voice, that was
Chucky's
done by
always
an actual
cracking me up,
9-year-old,
bruh.
Eden Gross, who would play a young Al Bundy and Married with Children the same year. Finally, John Franklin from Children of the Corn also lent his voice to the movie as the nightmare Chucky suit guy on TV.
We even turn our heads.
Bro, that
and
Chucky
lick our
suit is
eyes when
fucking
God
something
does.
straight out of
Karen finds
nightmares,
Detective
bro.
Norris and tells him the doll did it, but this pumpkin kid
That's some shit you
grown
see in
so
the back
tired
room
of hearing the
hallways
same
for real.
thing.
Good night, Mrs. Barton.
Undeterred, Karen says she's going to find the peddler that sold her Chucky in the first place. She heads there, and after searching in pantomime, finds the ribald doll dude.
Mister, I'm not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about you hurting him, Karen.
Right?
In fact, he immediately tries to sexually assault her until Norris shows up with a knee to the groin.
Fucking
he tells
dork.
the peddler there will be great suffering in Gildor if he doesn't tell him where he got the
You're
doll.
already on the
peddler
streets,
says he
bitch.
found
What
it
you
in a
tryna,
burnt-out
like-
toy store, a place Norris
Go get
is
you some
familiar
street
with.
pussy, nigga.
Ray died there.
Who?
Come on, Karen. Pay attention
Go get
to
you
your
some
kid.
rat
He done
pussy. Go
told
get you some Master Splinter pussy out on the streets, yeah,
Charles
nigga.
Lee Ray.
Norris mentions the lightning strike and Ray's
Tryna
dying
take women
promise
and
to kill
shit.
him and Eddie Caputo.
No matter what.
And that's enough to convince Karen Barkley that her son has been right all along.
I found out that Chucky
Nigga Charles Lee Ray a damn
Norris still doesn't
fool.
believe her, which is to his detriment, because that killer doll's in his car's back seat, and he's eager to get lethal vengeance.
Good night, asshole.
The ensuing scene is full of car crashes, a cigarette lighter to Chucky's face, and a dangerous knife stab. Damn, Chucky, you down with incantations and castrations? The entire time this is happening, though, I'm wondering why Norris
Bro,
doesn't
that's
just pull over, man. Eventually,
that
the
shit
car
always
flips over,
cracked
and
me
this
up, bro.
movie's
Because I'm
third
just like,
awesome
being in that
practical
situation,
stunt.
like,
Chucky reveals
you
that
just
he's
trying
the
not to
Lakeshore
get stabbed, and that's a
because his
hard
stabbing
predicament
gets
to be
tear
in,
away.
bro.
He gloats that Norris can't hurt
Oh,
him in his body,
shit.
but a gunshot sends him screaming and running away. He heads to the home of his voodoo priest, Dr. John, which is where the Chucky animatronics
I think,
really
hey,
get
this why I
shot.
thought Chucky was black. I thought this was the nigga, bro, the whole time when I was a kid.
Work?
While
I don't
Gremlins
know.
had shown
I
off
didn't.
recent
I didn't.
advancements in
You know, I didn't get the
animatronics,
story
Chucky was a whole
itself.
different ballgame. 9 different animatronic dolls were used, many of them designed
Damn.
for specific purposes. When they needed Chucky to walk, they used the model with a servo motor
Wow.
that you find in a radio-controlled car. When they needed Chucky to make grand gestures and be demonstrative, they would use the cable model that gave
Hey,
them
that's
finer
hard
control
as
over his
hell,
body
bro.
parts. Other models
That is
included one that
hard.
was essentially just a rod puppet, and one that simply flailed around thanks to a power
What?
drill motor in its body. These animatronics were controlled by groups of up to 9 dudes, each operating a specific
That
part of
is
the Chuckster.
cool as
Sometimes working
shit.
beneath sets built 6 feet off the ground, one person would control blinking. and
That takes
movement of
talents
Chucky's
right there and a
eyeballs.
lot of
different person would
like
handle the eyebrows,
improvisation,
yet
you know what I'm
another his
saying?
cheeks. The late
You know what I'm saying?
puppeteer
Type
Rod
shit.
Winkless would manipulate Chucky's jaws with a mask-like apparatus while simultaneously controlling his lips with a bunch of joysticks. Holy shit.
Wow. Takes hard work for a hell yeah. You do.
The puppeteers grew more comfortable as production went on, so they'd loosen
You
up.
think the
and give
niggas
doll more and more
you think the niggas
personality.
who brought up on Zoom learning gonna know how to do this shit? You think the niggas who brought up on Zoom learning gonna know how to do this shit?
Dude is John
The niggas
Bishop,
gonna be like,
aka Dr.
what?
Death. He's the one who taught him how to ade do the dombolo.
Oh,
which
that
is part
joke
of
is
a
so
voodoo
fucking
spell to
old,
give
but it be
someone
low
life
key
after death.
tripping
But
me
now
up
Chucky's starting
sometimes
to
because
suffer in
like,
this body.
what if that's
Last
a
night I got
reality?
shot. You know something? It hurt.
It hurt like a son of a bitch, it even bled.
The doll body is becoming more human, and that's reflected by his change in appearance. His skin has changed from shiny plastic
Cardi
to
reference?
fleshy with
Cardi reference?
imperfections. His eyes have grown sunken, and his hairline receded,
Cardi
giving
reference?
him a
Oh my
Jack Nicholson
God.
appearance to match his voice.
I made
But
45
Dr.
million at the-
Facilier
made
doesn't wanna
45
help
million at the
Chucky
box
because
office.
He's no longer proud of his work.
That's hella good. I wonder how much it took to make. I wonder what the budget was.
Outrage against nature!
I mean, dude's not wrong. Chucky takes Dr. John down with a voodoo doll, something that's weird to see in a
I want to know
Chucky
what the
movie
budget
in
was for the
retrospect.
time,
This voodoo
actually.
element was the biggest change
This
director
shit still
Holland
hold
made
up
to the
today
script.
for sure.
You get the sense that Mancini wasn't a fan.
Well, that's a whole other kind of magic that's going on in this movie. So it's like, well, if he has a voodoo doll of this guy, why can't he make voodoo dolls of all the other people he wants to kill? Probably best not to think about it too much.
Holland also
Exactly.
wrote in the next thing that John tells Chucky under duress. To get out of this doll body, he'll have to transfer his soul into the first person he told his real identity to.
I don't believe it.
Well, believe it, Chuck, and try not to be weird about it, okay?
I have a date with a 6-year-old boy.
Damn it, Chucky, phrasing! On his way
Jesus.
out, Chucky stabs the voodoo
Jesus,
doll.
pause,
Fatally wounding
Chucky,
John
pause,
Bishop.
nigga,
Stung by
pause. We don't
Norris
wanna
and
cancel my
Karen,
nigga
his
Chucky
last words
now.
are to tell them the trick to
I know you
destroy
got
Chucky.
bodies on bodies already. You should be canceled, but goddamn it.
His last words and half
Can't be saying shit like that.
With Chucky's doll body turning human, he's racing to get his soul out of this plastic prison. No one at the kid jail believes Andy, of course, and after some heartbreaking tears, he's left
Damn,
getting chased
Andy.
by Chucky, who's depicted in various ways, including this thing that lives in my nightmares. Andy flees to an operating
Jesus.
room where Chucky's attacks leave him scared.
Voodoo
and
doll's
having
some
to arm
bullshit
himself with a
unless them
scalpel.
goddamn
Oh my
African
God,
shit.
someone please tell me that thing has been
Haitian
built.
niggas
I'm
good
so
with
worried
voodoo
for
too,
Alex
I
Vincent
heard.
with how he keeps tripping all over
He
the
said
place.
them
A doctor
Africans,
named
oh my
Ardmore
God.
appears and tries to treat Andy's troubles with sedation.
You are crazy,
no fair,
boy.
No fair. Chucky treats the doc like a regular Judd Crandall, then affixes to his head an electroshock thingy. As Andy screams for him to stop, Chucky turns on the juice and gets Ardmore's head smoking. It's sad how scared Andy
Chucky,
gets of this.
Chucky
film.
ain't never
Runs
gave
for
no
trips
fucks,
away.
bruh.
I could have used some better burnt makeup though. Karen and Norris get to the hospital too late.
I know we
Karen
always
knows
ask
Andy
who gonna
will
win,
come home on his
Chucky.
own. He
Look, look,
does.
look, 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 look. I know we always ask who gonna win, Chucky, Freddy, Scream. Okay, we can get Scream out of there. Honestly, bro, I think the nigga who beating all of them, bro, if we being honest, bro, I think Pinhead killing niggas. That's not even his name. That's not even his name for real. You know what's crazy? I thought Pinhead was his real name, but that's just a name the fans gave him. He don't actually have a real name, and he's not even a he. It's just a Cenobite. Them things are fucking scary, bro. Scream, Chucky, Freddy. Oh yeah. Freddy's classic. Me and my mom was having an argument. We was like, who's more iconic, Freddy, Jason, or Michael Myers? She said Freddy for sure. And she might be on to something. I was saying Jason because who doesn't know the fucking hockey mask? Like, who doesn't know the iconic hockey mask? But then I'm thinking, like, Freddy was huge back in the day, bruh. Freddy was fucking huge. So she might be right. And I mean, she lived that shit. So she definitely right, probably. But nah, them Cenobites scary as hell, bro. The way they kill people is just fucking brutal. I would not want to get murdered by no Cenobites. That's why I would never touch them goddamn puzzles.
Stalks around with his voodoo knife and remembers that it's Andy's birthday.
Ancient puzzles, don't play with them.
As a gift, Chucky bequeaths unto Andy his first ever punny one-liner. The first of so fucking many. With a body at his disposal, Chucky gets to the chanting. His words bring all the clouds to the town, and they're like, we're bringing rain down. Damn right, it's a lightning rain.
Freddy just swag as fuck. He look like a, yeah, besides being a pedo, yeah.
So long, because Karen and Norris are able to get inside and stop Chucky.
Besides that, yeah. Besides
Norris
that,
hunts
yeah.
for Chucky in Karen's hideous bedroom. Come on, lady, why you decorating like this a Holiday Inn Express?
Hey, bro, my
Chucky
boy
takes out
house
the detective
down.
with a bat before Karen shoots him away.
Because he was fucking with kids.
I love that fucking yell. She's
That's
able
some
to get
crazy
Chucky
shit.
into the fireplace like she threatened to do earlier, and with him shaking
Good
like a
about
Barbie
hey,
to get out,
hey,
it's
good
up to
for them
Andy to
though.
ultimately
For
light
burning
the
that
fire
nigga
for
house
his best
down.
friend.
They really got it back in blood. They said, nigga, you was not doing this shit with no repercussions.
Friend.
Awesome fire stunt here as a flaming golf.
What's the story behind that? Like, he was Freddy, like, you know, he was like a nice man around the neighborhood and shit. Like,
And that really should
Shit,
be that.
like,
Of course
he was
it's not.
fucking
Chucky
with
comes
kids.
back as a scary looking
On some R. Kelly
boy,
shit.
even though there's clearly more to him now than there appeared to be a
Then
minute
the
ago.
neighborhood,
Still,
parents,
can't argue that he
everybody in
doesn't
Elm
look
Street,
awesome.
they
And also very
want to fuck
weird
him
as he
up.
slowly walks towards Andy. Earlier shots of Chucky running
burnt
were
his
done with
ass
a
in his
single
house.
camera dolly, but for the
In
stalking
the furnace.
Bird Boy shot, they relied on their trusty suit performer. Though he was mostly played by animatronics, Chucky was sometimes a person in a suit. When he runs through the hallway in the background, for instance, he was played by David Kirshner's two-year-old neighbor Hunter Marks. But Ed Gale is the true MVP of
Hey, that's really not surprising,
more
actually.
recognition than he gets. The Michigan-born actor was born
What
with
the
dwarfism,
hell?
and prior to Child's Play had been Howard the Duck. He'd later be another killer doll in Dolly Dearest. Gale tried to replicate the movements of
the
Jaeger's
fuck?
animatronics. He was also a total boss and did the extended, unforgettable fire stunt. Okay.
Oh man, every time I yawn, my eyes get watery because of
This
that
was done on
fan
a
is
set
so
that
hot,
was
damn
built
it.
30% larger than their usual one, since Gale was about 30% larger than a Chucky doll. Ed Gale's work was
In a minute,
critical
must
when
be
they
cool
couldn't
as
use an
shit, killing the
animatronic,
shit.
and boy, did he look terrifying in that Chucky mask. Another
Oh
little chase
my
scene happens,
God.
this one with a Shining reference, and eventually Karen
Yeah,
starts blasting
most
the doll
likely.
away. First the head,
Definitely.
then a hand, then a leg, like she went to the Joe Biden Police Academy. A couple
Oh
of shots
my
up close
God.
empties the gun and hopefully sends the doll to seventh heaven. And that's when Norris's
I mean, if you 5'2", 5'3", shit, you already live in that
He
lifestyle.
says it was the doll. Come on, this thing? It's just burnt plastic. Absolutely
He was
nothing to
already
worry
living
about.
close to that lifestyle.
Even with Chucky's head cheerleading his body, Karen's able to stop this last
Yeah, if you under 6 feet, you already living the Chucky lifestyle.
Finally killing Chucky by shooting him through the heart. It is
Did
a
you hear that?
nasty
Under
sight
6
to
feet,
see,
you are
and the
living the
delightful
Chucky
dying doll
lifestyle.
noise to hear.
Congrats, you've lived it.
I'm Chucky.
I'm 5'10" or something. Well, shit, congrats. You lived the Chucky lifestyle.
Though he'll be back later, Chucky's dead for now. Everyone leaves and the movie
You talking
ends.
about it must be cool to be a midget, nigga.
How many good guys and gals got good
Nigga,
gutted?
you're
Let's
looking-
find out.
you're looking at
After I
one.
open this present from Zoran. You shouldn't have.
Ah, damn, they got my boy. They got him.
I told you once before.
How many
and
kills
I'm
was I
gonna
lost?
do it
Only
again.
6 people died?
in
It's only the
Chucky.
first movie, of
5
course.
dudes, including Chucky as a
Only
dog,
the course.
one Aunt Maggie. And here, we'll have a running
I wonder
tally
what
for
horror
the
movie
sequel.
has the highest
Chucky
kill count. I'm
specifically
actually
killed 4
interested to
people.
know that.
One
He
with a
probably
knife,
got the
one with
stats
a
on here.
hammer, one with fire, and one with electricity. Let's see how creative the little bastard gets. Finally,
Oh yeah,
one
he's a
time
creative little
87 minutes.
bastard. He
Chucky's
gets very
killed on
creative.
average
Watch the
in
Leatherface
14
one.
and a half minutes.
Yeah, that was
The golden
probably.
chainsaw for coolest
That
kill.
was probably
Chucky
my
is
last
all
video,
Whether
bruh.
you include everything he went
That
through
was probably my last video for Shrisky. Cause I am a tired bitch. I am a tired bitch. It is tired hours. It's 6 a.m. And yeah. Oh yeah, it's mad. Yeah, hell yeah, it's mad late over. Yeah, it definitely is. The sun finna come up in probably like an hour, but I'm gonna be in the bed before then, probably watching some cartoons. But it's been a good ass stream, bro. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. Appreciate you bottling my boy. It was good watching some videos with you. 11 a.m. there. Hell yeah, you getting in deep into the day and shit. But you know, we watched some horror videos, played some Counter-Strike. That was good. That was good. Make sure, you know what I'm saying. I might post this clip on YouTube. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Might post this horror clip on YouTube. Would you like that? But nah, it's been a good stream. I'm gonna stream for y'all later on today. Play some Counter-Strike, play some Destiny 2. Let me get that downloaded for y'all. Been your boy Twa Central. Peace.